but what does this one and this trip mean to you?
It's a big game for. I think it's a big game in general. I think, the stadium, the stage has been set. And the hard work that both sides of the program have been achieving throughout this entire season so far, man. So it's a big game for both sides, just offense, defense, and University of Washington. So I'm just excited to be up there, man. It's just one last game, especially back there. So,
When you made the decision to come here, you knew obviously that some people would feel some kind of way about it. And you have an annual reminder.
Yeah, that's okay.
So how do you, when it gets stirred up this week, how do you approach that at this time?
I keep the main thing, and that's winning a football game and just doing what I can, just kind of staying focused, like a lot of this outside things will kind of affect it, and like coming here, I knew the risk of what I was going to get, but at the end of the day, the reason I came here, I'm kind of getting that back, so it's like I'm finally playing at a better level. I'm playing at a better speed, and I think I'm just playing better overall. So I don't regret it at all. So.
How hard is that for you to kind of treat this like a normal game and prepare like a normal game when there is this, the background of everything for you?
Just remembering why I played the game of football, and just remembering the things as a team we want to do, and like the biggest thing for us this week is the eye of the storm, and that's exactly like Lanny said, the most commonest place is in the middle of the storm, and I think that's where we're going to be at on Saturday, and that's what the coaches are trying to imitate for us in practice, and with all the chaos going around, coaches just kind of yelling and screaming like, this, and it's like us is just being calm, kind of getting our communications right, and I think we're doing a really good job, especially today and just last week, and I think just kind of sticking to what our theme is this week, I think we'll handle business.
How hard is that to just stay focused on the things you control when everything outside of it is talking about the hype, talking about the game, and all that?
It just falls down to our trait, like our core values, So I think just relying on those and just relying on my brothers around me, and just keeping it level-headed, and like T's talked about it. He talked about it in our room today. He talked about how it's a big game for our room, especially for me, and like just because I'm from there and just transferring back and transferring here, he just talked about like how well he's been. He's talking about me like how well I've been playing this season, and like how it's up to us to get this done, and it's like that's the biggest thing, and that's honestly is up to the D-line and the offensive line to get it started and just kind of take control of the game, and that's what we need to do.
How do you handle the social media aspect of this week? Are you one of those guys that tries to stay off entirely, or are you taking your mentions?
If I just look at it, I just laugh. I'm just like, that's whatever. I just send them a like, okay, sounds good. But it's like at the end of the day, I'm the one playing the game, They're fans, and that's why they are fans. They can't do much. Like, they're not in my shoes. They don't go through what I go through. So they're going to have their opinions, but at the end of the day, I know mine, and I know what I can do. So just enjoy it.
What's the wildest thing you've read or seen?
I read a lot of stuff. I think the one that made me laugh the most was probably the Uber driver one, and then I think that was the funniest one. But it's just outright noise, and it's like for me, it just feels me. So it's just like, all right, like it sounds good, but like it doesn't really affect me. It honestly just affects how well I play. Honestly, it just motivates me. So.
How has Washington done such a good job of keeping Michael Penix off the ground? He's throwing 40 times a night. Just what are the difficulties you see in facing the line?
That's a good O-line, man. It's a young O-line, but it's a good O-line. And just knowing those guys, man, nothing but happiness and respect for them, because I've known those guys since they were young freshman dudes. So just seeing that and just seeing them develop, it's like, okay, like this is what I saw for you, and I'm happy for you. So it's just exciting to go against a really good O-line, and we just got to do our thing, just how they do their thing, and I think Penix does a great job of keeping himself clean in that pocket, man, and he has those weapons, so we just got to take care of business and make sure we can kind of keep everything in front of us and just get home.
How many of their interior guys were there, like who you'll be facing off with? Because maybe they're left guard, I think, but a lot of them are freshmen or second-year guys. So how many of the interior guys you'll be facing were you even practicing against years ago?
I know all those guys. I know Nate Kalepo is one of my good guys. We still talk. We talk this entire season, just like giving each other like how it looks, like how he's setting people, like we just give each other tips on other teams. Like that's what we've been doing all season. And then I know Troy, I know their backup center Mateo, I know the Hatchet brothers, I know all those guys. So it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, well, we've seen each other in practice now. Let's see how it is full speed. So it's gonna be fun.
Fresh people's memories, Taki, but you had left before DeBoer and the company had really gotten there, or the decision to transfer. You made that decision before they had gotten there, correct?
Yeah.